Terry, it's a little on the warm side out there.
Well, I believe it's hotter here in the summer than it is in the winter.
Yes, sir. It's hot tomorrow and chilly today.
But I said you're making it pretty good.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
You drug in a while ago, I noticed.
Just barely.
Your wife brought you down here a while ago, didn't she?
Yeah,
she's down here keeping an eye on you.
She said she wasn't worried about me. She said she remembered how the old dog acted before he died. He got to where he just looked, and that's about all.
Wouldn't even chase the car, he'd just bark at it.
He wouldn't even raise his head to run a car no more. But I'm glad to see all you folks back with us. Bless your hearts. It takes somebody to love country music to...
Boy, it takes a real music fan to sit out in this hot weather like this, don't it?
Yes, sir. Do you know, I was wanting to go fishing, but the old lady won't let me go.
Well, I tell you what, I'll take you. Last week, I went up here to the lake, and I found one of the prettiest little spots in the shade. You'd really like it. I sat there probably no more than 15 minutes, and I got a bite, and I reeled in a 6-pound largemouth bass. I'll take you up there and show you exactly where I caught that fish.
How big?
6 pounds.
Up here at this lake?
One of the biggest they ever caught up there at that lake.
6 pounds?
6 pounds. Largemouth.
All mouth.
All mouth.
That's fishing.
Yeah, you'd like that spot up there.
Well, I haven't been up there this year, but I was over here at Dale Holler. You know where that is.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was out there, and I was fishing with anything I get my hands on, you know. And I throwed my hook out in the water about this time of year. They said it was good biting. Brought in one of them great old big white stripes.
Ah.
About that big, about a 13 or 14 pound white stripe.
One of the big hybrid. Is that right?
Yeah. Fine one.
Good fighting, I guess.
Oh, it had pulled me in the water 3 or 4 times, you know. Hadn't it been for the motor, I'd have drowned it.
Well, I tell you what, I was down at Lake Cumberland here a while back, and I hung into a catfish. I bet I fought it for 2 hours. I got him in. He weighed 52 pounds. Biggest, had a head on him, looked like a coal bucket.
Catfish.
Big catfish.
How much?
52 pounds.
Catfish. 52 pounds?
Big cat.
Big cat.
I'll take you with me down there. I'll show you where I caught that too.
Do you know here a while back I was on the East Coast fishing up there next to Maine. I was out on one of them big old fishing boats, and I throwed one of them there aluminum looking fish hooks out in the water. Ain't got nothing on it, you know. And I pulled it in, and I worked for over 2 hours, just as hard as I could work, reeling and cranking. And I brought in a swordfish.
A swordfish?
Yes, sir.
One of them big, got a big old bill on it?
Oh, honey, it had a double action sword on it.
Twin edge?
Yeah, oh, it was really stainless steel, looked to me like.
And big, no doubt.
Yes, indeed. If I hadn't have broke that thing off under my arm, you know, and got him in, he'd have sawed the boat in two.
Well, now, you ain't going to believe this, pal, but when I was down in Florida, I went out and was fishing, one of them fishing tours, and I thought I was hung up.
Probably was.
Well, now let me finish this. You won't believe this, but I finally worked around there a while and pulled up an old, it had to be at least 200 years old. It was an old fishing lantern off of one of them old French boats, I guess. It had some kind of lighting on it. An old lantern. I bet it's 200 years old.
A lantern?
Yeah.
A lantern?
Old one.
But what's that got to do with your fishing?
Oh, I didn't tell you, it was still a burning. I fished all night with it. I caught some of the prettiest fish.
Lantern.
Still a burning.
200 years old.
At least.
Long life. I'll tell you what I'll do to you, little brother. I'll cut all the poundage off of my fish and take the sword off of that little feller that I caught if you'll blow the damn light out. Now that shows you that you have to be young to start fishing and lie about it.
That's
We're
what
glad
I get
to
for
have
fishing.
you.
That's what I get for fishing with Joe Clark as a young
got my banjo? I'm glad to get that banjo and hide that scar. I'm getting sunburned on it. Yeah, I don't want to go through that more. Jeff, you look good. Boy, I'll tell you, it's really dressed for the weather. For Atlantic coast. Are you ready to pick with me? We've got some of the sweetest, best little fellers. We got Bobby over there on the fiddle. Little old Steve here on that. He's a melungeon from Tennessee.
What you say?
Yeah. And Dave, we got glad to have him. My brother's down here with us this week. He weighs about 2 pounds less than a cow. David made him a snake belt. If it wasn't for that belt, he'd never got his britches up, would he? Boy, you went plumb snaky on you, didn't you?
Snake's on me, but not in me.
There you go. We're going to do a little tune before I fall all to pieces. We still want to tell you we're glad to have you. Bless your little hearts. Now, I've got to pick here, and then I've got to go up here and make a joyful noise up there on the stage up there. What are we going to pick for these fine folks?
Do that old number, old age won't kill you.
We'll do it. When I was a boy, about 18, life of the party was my middle name. Old age has got me out of 5 and more bound. Old age won't kill you, but it'll slow you right down. Slow you right down. Right down. Old age won't kill you, but it'll slow you right down. Come in there. Listen to me, fellers, and take it what's worth. Remember the old saying, the truth never hurts. Old age will hit you and you can't get around. Old age won't kill you, but it'll slow you right down. Slow you right down. Slow you right down. Old age won't kill you, but it'll slow you right down. Come in there, kid. Listen to me, jive cats, I'll tell you read. I got a lot of notions to you. High gear daddy, but I can't get around. Old age has got me and it's slowing me down. Slowing me down. Right down. Old age has got me and it's slowing me down. Oh, as Bill Monroe says, that's pretty. Pretty.
Pretty.
Bill say pretty. Get out, get out.